Hello, Jace Fugate here with another session of the Introduction to the Go Programming Language course. We're going to be continuing the topic that we've been going over in the last few videos and talk about more stuff with packages. We're going to discuss how you can pull in a third-party dependency, as in go on to GitHub, Bitbucket, just pull in code that is on another area and use it in your program. And so let's say that I've decided that those functions that I created for add, subtract, multiply, and divide aren't good enough. I don't want to take the time to test them and make sure they're bulletproof, because I want to have more trust in my code, and I don't have enough time to go through that whole process. So I went ahead and found a package on GitHub that has those methods. It's a public repository, calc.go, and it has add, subtract, multiply, and divide. So how do we gain access to this code and use it in our code or in our program? So there's two ways. You can either use the go get command, which will automatically copy this into our Go source and make it available, or we could manually copy it. I'm going to show you how to use the go get, and then I will explain how you would manually copy. I will say it's a lot easier to just use the go get command. And so I already have it right here in the terminal so you can see it. Go get. I'll run this again. So let's look at the name of this repository. github.com / that username, and I'm not going to try to pronounce. Wait, dhrmkelmendi / go calculator. So let's copy this into here. Say go get space that whole path. But remember, we don't want the main directory. We really just want that subdirectory, that sub package called calc. So I'm going to do a / calc. Go and show you that here. So we just want this subdirectory called calc. So Golang calculator / calc. So I can hit space. It won't print anything out, but it won't give me an error. You can double check to see if it actually pulled your stuff in, is that you will probably see a new directory created in your source called GitHub. And you're going to follow the same path that you gave the go get command. github.com, then that username, and then Golang calculator, and then calc. And we'll see that it actually copied that code from that repository into my Go path. Well, now I have access to it because it's on my machine. I can type in here github.com dhrmkelmendi, see if I did that right, / Golang _ calculator / calc. And then I can reference the calc package. Again, the directory is named calc, but the package is also named calc. So I can access it via calc. I'll update my method signatures because they call them add, subtract, multiply, and divide, not the shorthand that I did. So let's see here. We can even get the code hints. Subtract, multiply, divide. We'll see some more errors because as well, the types that their multiply and divide functions are different than what I had. These actually take in float 64, so we're going to do a typecast just so that we can get this example working. There you have it. If I were to do a go run, it works. So I used the go get command to download this third-party dependency that I wanted, and then I referenced it using the path that that Go copied that code under. And that path is going to be the same as what you gave it. It'll be github.com / username / whatever, or Bitbucket, or whatever it is that you told Go to get. I'm going to talk a little bit now about how you could do this manually. So instead of using the go get command, you could create the github.com directory, then make the dHurimkelmendi directory, and then create the Golang calculator and repository and copy everything in, or do a git clone and copy everything in. Or if you didn't want to reference it using that long name, you could just make a calc subdirectory in your source workspace, the source subdirectory in the Go path. Make a calc and just copy the code and use it that way. I will suggest following the naming convention. It keeps things organized, helps remind you where these packages come from. And so pulling in third-party dependencies is not hard. Go makes this very simple with the go get command. But it's really a really good idea at times to use third-party dependencies, because sometimes those third-party dependencies have had a lot of work put into them and they're very well tested. And you can utilize that in your code now. So play around with it. Go look out on the interwebs, on the internet, find some Go packages that you want to play with and import them into a project and try to use them. If you have a good code editor, you will even be able to get type hints from that third-party code. You'll have all the comments and such, and the documentation that comes along with those comments. So thank you so much for being here, and we will see you again.